Hi guys, I'm back. Took yes, I'm a damn living mess here today, and yeah, I'm fidgeting again. I like that necklace. It just don't stay where it's supposed to. In any event, I'm back. I know you missed me. I know you did. It's for entertainment only. And now the TV's loud. Who knew? It's like they watch me and go, "She's gonna be on there. Let's turn this shit up." The husband called, and he wasn't in a happy mood. I'm not sure that's a difference or if that's new. And it's so hot. How hot is it? Yeah, it's this hot. I've been home like an hour. Yeah. You can't tell, but I'm probably not dressed from the waist down. Get away with that. Be like a judge with that under the robe. Hmm. Let's see. Guys, if you've seen me before, hit the like, share, subscribe, tickle that bell. It does help the algorithms, in particular, I suppose, for all podcasts are rated on these. And so, yeah, if you saw it, you liked it, you didn't like it, hit the button. It don't matter which one. Just hit the damn thing. And I'm Lady Hippie. Y'all know me. They call us baby boomers, and I call myself a hippie because I'm a blooming hippie. It's the bottom line. And you can tell that also dates me. This is social Woodstock, guys. This is where everybody can say anything and everything. That don't mean I answer y'all ass, but I'm still a damn Yankee here in the South. And trying to survive in the South. Robert, my husband, bought me some shots, little Jello shots. So I had one of those, and I had opened one of my special Coca-Colas from the Champions. Turns out everybody was throwing them away but me. So there's only 3 bottles left. One of the few I thought would look good on the bar because of the bottle. And I don't like to buy my soda unless it's in a bottle. I don't like these cans for anything, including water. Even the water in the bottle, it's got that metallic taste. I can't have it. Distilled is the best. And I have a pure filter. I still can't drink our faucet water. It's terrible around here. They make us pay an extra. For us, it's an extra $13 a month, I think, because it might rain. I swear to God, I can show you the bill. That's what it said. So Robert he was doing something. I think transmission. I don't know. He goes over and does stuff like that all the time. And I think he was working on an RV for somebody. Coca-Cola. It tastes like it did when I was young. We couldn't have Coca-Cola, so that was a thing. Um, and Dad used to say you could throw, and he would. He'd throw a nail in there, and he'll say, "Look for that nail in the morning." That nail was gone. And he said he knew people, including his family, who did nothing but drink Coca-Cola, and they got real thin, real skinny, and they died. Well, that's back when cocaine was in the formula. I didn't know that as a kid. So we used to love grabbing a nice ice cold. Sometimes you'd get there and there wouldn't be any Fantas, no strawberry crushes or whatever. It's always Crush, Fanta, something of that effect. Pepsi Cola we could have. The old Coke is the thing. Sometimes we'd be on a trip, and that was before they put in the highway. Mr. Eisenhower, former president, Eisenhower's road system that we use today. It used to take 14, 15 hours to drive to his mom and dad's home, my adopted dad's home. He inherited it. His parents lived there. So you had a 14-mile drive, 14-hour drive. I did that, Sean. So you had to keep 3, one a teenager, 2 toddlers, basically, 9, 10, 11, happy for this kind of trip. And it was always fun trying to figure out when they were going to stop to have sandwiches. You did not have air conditioning in the vehicle, though. No. And yes, it was like June or July we would go. And it was that way out, way back. You left it dark. I give it credit. You left it dark at like 4 in the morning, literally. So there was lots of pillows and things you could just snooze half the way. That ice cold metal chest would come out. And they done stocked it up. They got smart on us kids, and then we didn't always get to go get one at the gasoline station. He would stop usually once to get gasoline. And so this reminds me of those little trips, these glass bottles, and they taste the same even though they've taken out the cocaine. Bit of a party pooper. So Robert is on his way in, I think. I'm not sure. I went out to do some errands instead of asking him to stop on his way home. He usually stops by the bigger Walmart. And I have this little one down here, and I have like Food Lion, and I like them. The little dollar stores next to him, and it's like 2 miles. Then on the other side, it's a mile and a half to Kroger and the Dollar Tree, and so they're new. I think y'all caught that broadcast. And the house is at a cool 72 degrees. Most people do not keep their air at 72. I tend to faint at 74 lately. It's fun. I never could faint before now. So I've got all the fans going, checking the air, and it's 72 in here. When I don't go outside, that's perfectly cold. I mean, and like I said, I think my son keeps his thermostat at 74, 75. That's too hot for me. And Robert doesn't usually turn the air conditioner on upstairs. It's always hotter in a house unless you have 2 units for the upstairs area. So we put in a window box one. And so we got the light bill this month, and he's like, "Screw it, I'm gonna turn it down." So you got to, maybe not at night or in the mornings, but in the high heat of the afternoon, he has to. So I'm up here today to talk about me. Apparently, explain why I'm holding this fan and stuff is what I'm trying to do. So yeah, I got all that stuff done. I got back. I'm still sweating. Don't know why. I hate sweating. Always did. Oh, you probably wondered. Yes, I would wash it. I've been taking care of my face with my old Texas flag. I love my Texas flag. I usually have it sitting somewhere. Yeah, I have one of my dolls hold it or something. So I still associate with Texas. And my son's formative years were basically in Texas. And he still adores San Antonio. He's a good guy. He's almost 45, same as me. I'll be, yeah, 29. It's a child bride. Even though he played that shit. I love that shot. It was the blue one, guys. I don't know. So I've mopped up a little bit. I mean, yeah, but what is in there? So yeah, and I explained to him twice that I was going to call him and tell him I was online. I was doing a live broadcast, and I prefer to do the live ones. It's just I like the live ones. And so if you guys see me and it's not live, you still throw a comment in, do what you want, hit the bell, share it, like, don't like, whatever, floats your boat. Just something. And this fan does help. I believe it or not. You wouldn't think so, but it does help. And I love these. I get them usually at Roses, but they're so cute, and they're like $1 a piece. They're very lovely, and they do the job because it's a big enough fan. It covers at least the face. It's like over here with that's why the flag's still there. That's my handkerchief today. So God knows what I've seen over the weekend. I said I wouldn't be here. I hope people realized it. I know you missed me. I wasn't here Father's Day. We all went out with my son and my daughter-in-law and my granddaughter. And this is my grandson. We have to call that boy. He's 25 now, so you can't catch him. I remember 25. Even if and back then, we didn't have cell phone. We had mobile phones. Robert made me start using one, I think, in 89 or 90. So, yeah, it's been a long time. I'd have to have the new one, the slider of the foot, whatever it was. He'd go get the new one for me. Like every 6 months, we're changing my phone. Finally, I told him like in 96 or 98, so it was late 90s, and I said, we really don't need the landline because they charged you $50 a month back then whether you used it or not. And they would send you the bill with your call. So there was no calls, so there was nobody calling in. Oh, they were, but it was on mobile. It's a funny thing they do nowadays. Like, everybody has to have the internet. You can't have the internet without Wi-Fi. Okay, that was loud even in my, who did what up there? Oh, world. I've got piles of stuff everywhere. I tore apart my linen closet, and I realized between drapes, curtains, bath mats, shower curtains, sheet sets, all kinds of bedding. The napkins that go, when I used to set a formal table, I had white with gold trimming handkerchiefs, whatever they are, y'all know. I'm being like, what's his name? Biden now. Can't remember that shit for nothing. My mind's going 100 miles an hour and I'm hot. It's pissing me off. I think they stopped my TV with just, no? That's a little better. We are at the bar, guys. Social Woodstock. Come on in, say something, hit the bell. I know y'all got a damn mind. Y'all ain't just robots. We're the hippies. They're still playing our music. If you see a commercial, it's our music. Little thieves. Gotta have my husband look at the sound because it's not quite right today, but you can hear me because I checked, but it's not right. I may have to put the other mic up for a little while and find out what's going on here. My cat snuck it over the bar, the one box I'm using. But yeah, I can hear that real well through my mic, so. Not to mention, when Robert gets here, he hates me playing the music like that. If he's here and I leave and come back, that's what's going on. Or the TV set loud. It's fun getting old with your husband, ladies. Here we go. I see the IDF said they were going to halt some things in the Gaza Strip. They're being attacked on the north and the south sides. That's two armies hitting these guys, and still nothing but derision, hatred of the Jews. Zionism has to be killed. What the freak happened to America? And Britain and Canada. I mean, at least we used to have sense. We were the ones that I know stood up and said, never again. We're not doing this shit again. You're not going to kill 80 million people. We going to launch it. We had to come up here and do it. No, we ain't going to do this no more. We have the UN. League of Nations didn't work. The UN hasn't worked either, guys. Y'all paying them a boatload of freaking money just to... And I've been asking for 40 years why you have terrorist countries sitting on the UN. Well, this is why. You give sanctuary to people from Palestine, right? What are they doing? They're marching in the streets, painting, tearing down campuses. So how's that working out for you guys up there? You know, you Washingtonians, whatever the hell you're talking. I don't even know what they call themselves anymore. Oh, this damn two-party shit. I don't believe in either party. I wonder if that just makes me stupid, weird, or smart. Let me know. I keep telling you, I'll bring it. Bring it. It's social Woodstock. I want us to stand up and say, screw you. We're tired of this shit. Now get the hell off. I know we're not gone. We ain't gone. We've had our generation just that had to keep going. 2-3 jobs in college every 6 months to keep up with the tech. And I worked in IT off and on for like 15 years, so I was screwed. Every time I went away for like a 3-day vacation, I come back, there was a new computer. I loved it when they threw a flat screen at me. I said, what the frick? And in the 90s, it was AOL back then. And my husband kept saying, I could pick you up, a computer and a printer for this amount and stuff. And I was like, I don't want one. I have enough of this shit at work. I don't want one. He got me one. And then he got another one. And then he got another one. I have 2 printers now. I should be printing. They have ink. I haven't done it. I still haven't got the door painted. I've got the paint. I got the brush. I haven't painted it. I kind of wait until he's here because I know he's going to tell me something stupid I didn't do. I'll have to have a bitch fest. So this is why it's in the adult section, guys. Totally entertaining. Yes. I try not to swear very much. Depends on my blooming day. Hope y'all are good. Tell me in the comments maybe where you're from and what you doing, what you don't like, what you do like. It really would help a little bit. I'm one of those who really just talk to you, waiting for any feedback or on live chat. I don't really care to drop videos. I could, of course, and they are actually in the public. You can do it. I just feel funny doing it. I don't know why, but I do. So if you do want to see, she's a good girl. If you do want to see a specific thing, or if you're interested, this is why I call it social Woodstock. It's everything. It's anything. It's whatever you want it to be. And I'm trying to do this because I think that this form of media will not stay. It will have to be paid for, in other words. It's not going to be free for probably much longer. And they are already I don't know what the word would be, but it's not freedom of speech if somebody takes it down. And now YouTube is great. I mean, I've enjoyed YouTube for a decade, I think, a long time. And I have my favorite guys that I go to for the paranormal, so forth and so on. Right now, I'm all caught up in the Fannie Willis thing. She was the one, it's the DA of Fulton County. Here it's Atlanta. It's just to make it simple, it's Atlanta. See, I can hear this one. There we go. I feel like I'm out doing the TV by yelling. So yeah, this woman, for first thing, they changed how much they paid her lover, who was married, who is now divorced, and suddenly cut the pipeline off to the wife and kiddies. And he's selling his several $100,000 home. They paid the man just under $1 million. Now that's what they said. They said that for 4 or 5 weeks that I was watching this on live, while she was being tried in court because of missing funds that she had taken. And she kept saying, no, I paid him. He put it on his card. I paid him back in cash. I keep it at home. And I mean, just arrogant as piss, I'll tell you. And I'm like, wow, you got some cojones for a girl. I can't call her a lady. It's an insult to all ladies everywhere. So yeah, she's, she had done this. She'd gone to the Bahamas. She'd gone this way and that way. No, he didn't do that. She paid it back. It made no damn sense. And all these funds were missing. There was a whistleblower who said, you can't spend the money like this. They fired her ass. Then they started stalking her because she went to Congress in D.C. and testified about what the CA took. These several $1 million that were allocated for certain things or projects she spent at the Bahamas. But it was her money that she kept at home. That was her cash. It was a hell of a big mattress she got there. Then suddenly she pops back up. And it turns out that her lover, of course, like I said, is selling the home, cut the wife and kiddies off of funds. Wife's an attorney as well. Beautiful woman. Fanny couldn't touch her with a 10-foot pole. That one was a lady, gorgeous. The kids are too. He's a jackass. And suddenly they only paid him $80,000. No, they paid that bastard just under $1 million. Yes, they did. He was putting in timesheets with 100-hour weeks. 100-hour days, rather. Used to be 24 when I checked. I'm old. What the hell is this? It's just come up again. The judge that presided over the case against this woman and stolen funds, she had in her pocket. He'd been spending the money too, and you could tell he would not let the prosecution even talk. It was over. You could speak. We'll tell you. Wait a minute. I've never heard an attorney be talked to like that by a judge ever. And I had one recused back in the 90s because of what he said and did. They are held to a standard, people. Pick up a law book. You don't have to go to school. You don't have to know that. Hell, you don't have to get the book. Google it. You will get everything you need to know to get rid of whoever that judge is. If there's another one now, the other one he was totally said, you need to be recused from the case. In court, the man said, I'm not leaving. And he bloody well did. Justice is justice, guys. Those balanced scales. And now they've come up again. And suddenly the little bastard that she'd been running around with, it make me, like I said, $80,000, $90,000. My happy ass. Anyway, this is under Young Thug's trial, and again in Fulton County, by a different judge. Yeah, he's just as crooked. It turns out, they took a lot of things from this man's home, Young Thug's. I don't really know him very well. I mean, he's a rapper, of course, but there were photographs of what they took, the jewelry, they like the big blinks and stuff, and those things are not cheap. And suddenly they're gone. And they're still having to try the man because every time the defense opens their mouth, they have a secret meeting. I mean, the judge and the prosecution go and have an ex parte meeting without the defense at all. And when Mr. Steele, the attorney for Young Thug, said, you've been gone, you've had at least 2 meetings ex parte, and it did not include me or my client or anyone to represent us or anything. You can't do that. And I know what was said, and I'm asking for this to be written into the the minutes of the court. This judge went stupid. I loved that. I went and saw other conference for, and he said, "That's it. Who told you? You have to tell." And then he finally calmed down just a wee bit because they had to leave. He was pissed off. He still didn't back down. So he came back, and again he said, "If you don't tell me who told you this, I'm not asking for the content, but you have to tell me who did this. Who told you? Because if you don't, I'm calling you in contempt and putting you in jail today." And of course, Mr. Steele didn't bend. Good man. Good man. And asked if he could have an adjudicated bond so that he didn't actually have to stay in jail. He would be bonded out. And the judge said, "No, you tell me what's going on here. You don't have to do this. You have to tell me who told you." He was bent. Finally, this little bastard judge, and they asked for him to be recused. This took a couple of days that he kept on this attorney about, and the attorney would fight. So nothing was done. I don't think they even let the jurors in at that point. But they were asking for a mistrial by the second day because he was still on this man's ass. And Philana said, "Today is the day. You tell me or you go to jail right now." And Mr. Steele said, "I'm sorry, I can't do that." And he said to the bailiff, "Go ahead." So Mr. Steele took off his jacket, his tie, and so forth, and again asked about the bond that they had already put in for. They put it in legally in writing. Okay, this is like I said, been 2 days. That man had to go to jail. The judge refused his bail. Well, shit hit the fan. The Supreme Court of Georgia got a hold of that little nasty bastard. He's still there, but he let him bond out. Now, there's a group of attorneys that represent this, that, and the other. And one of those things is abuse of power by judges to throw defense attorneys, apparently this is well known, into jail on contempt. There's an actual committee of attorneys. And this young lady who also was in the Fannie Willis trial was suddenly there to defend Mr. Steele. And I can't think of her name offhand, but I know the young lady because I've been watching this crap. Going, it's Fulton County. This just go off. It pretty much did. It did, yeah. She had all that cash in her. I love that shit. Now they got a little wannabe rapper who supposedly knows, I don't know, something about this young man, young thug, I think murdered somebody is what they charged him with. And they're saying it's going to take another year. And the reason they're saying this is because the defense can't say shit. Because the judge meant they opened their mouth. The judge says, wait a minute. Yeah, just wait a minute. You can talk in a minute. Well, that minute never gets there. Watch some of those clips on Young Thug. Watch some of them, Fannie Willis. I'm sure that there should be still some of them that are talking about how much money, because that I don't know what happened to 80. They say I think just under 90,000, something like that. So you would be missing $800,000. You can't make that shit up. So that's what I was catching this morning, catching the idea. And suddenly, finally, the house is a mess. And again, we've had a little kitten I found up underneath our table out back. Well, there was some strings hanging down, and somehow she had come through there, and she had gotten all wound up her neck, her shoulder, and her leg, and another one right across her chest. And I realized that this was the second day she had meowed at me, but she had not moved. And I dove in. This was all sheltered, so we had stuff up against it so that they could come and go. But if there was rain and stuff, then there were pillows and stuff. Just do the best we can. And I realized she was stuck. And I ran in the house, got scissors. They weren't any good. I ran back in the house, got 2 pairs of scissors, finally cut her free. And then brought her in screaming for Robert because she was still stuck with, all these strands. And they had cut down into her leg so severely. And it was so bad that I was just about crying. I was shaking because I felt guilty that I didn't take care of her the day before I didn't go over there. I just smiled at her and said, "Here's some lunch." So she had stayed in that position for 2 days, and I almost cut her leg off. I had Robert bandaged. I was just so upset. I still am. This was 2 days ago, just that day. And everybody knows that we adopted little, I call her Fast Walking Gizmo. So we had adopted her. They brought her, and she was still so young she had an umbilical cord. Just opened her eye. So this turns out to be her sister. She was very malnourished, and she was scared stupid. She'd been cut up, her chest, everything, her neck, her leg really was big. And as a kitten, she's just not. It's hard for us to try to set a bandage on her. Robert did a good job putting aloe in there, a whole leaf, and wrapped her. We got prednisone for her. See the best we could do. You can't stitch her, so there wasn't a lot. We've got an antibiotic. They prescribed prednisone. Um, it's something, I'll tell you. So I'm about to go out there and get another tarpaulin and make sure that there's no strings because I cut the hell out of the one that was there. I just so that it still bothers me, as you can tell. So we had Father's Day, and we were worried because my son said, "Yeah, could you guys come meet us at 11:30 at Chili's across from Logan's, and that's 2 miles from us, 3 miles." And my husband said, "Sure." And they pick a place because they know Mom's going to drink. Mom's going to drink. I'm going to have a hurricane. I'm going to have a margarita. I'm going to have something that's big and cold and fruity. Besides Robert. So, yeah, we had a good time. And they bought him another bar, a bottle for the bar. So he had a really good day. We had fun there. And we had great service. Absolutely fascinating service. They were just Johnny on the spot. And it was live, and we went early enough for it wasn't really busy at first, but boy, it started booming. And we couldn't even get a booth. We had asked for a booth, but they were already reserved, and we didn't think to reserve it. I don't know why, but we just did. But we had a good time. And both of us were worried because Ghost, the one who just jumped in the house, that's another one that's new. Well, not really. He's been here about 6 months, but he's the one that has seizures and stops breathing. Has an anaphylactic shock. For 2 weeks, he didn't have a fit, not one. But we don't know what the hell we did different because we changed him to IAMS food, and we even changed his moist food 3 times trying to figure it out. We haven't figured it out. Somehow she was great for 2 weeks, and now she's not. So we were worried when we were gone because this one, it goes into anaphylactic shock, and the baby is so cut up and brutalized that I have her right with me generally. My other girl here, the fast walker, is right here on the bar stool next to me, out like a light because I left him with the big boys when I left because he plays with his sister. She's much smaller even though she's his sister. Um, I almost got another one out there because she just was starving and alone. And she was the epitome picture of a cat that's been abandoned, a kitten, with the furry gray fur and the big bright blue eyes and underfed. And I feed them twice a day. I mean, they get moist food um, as well as the other. I constantly make sure they have water and all that. They have shelter. They get shelter in the house again. There's pillows and all that for them. It's shady. We replaced it. Robert did just to make sure they weren't in the sunshine. But they run over to the neighbors and do this and that. I saw one cat. They come and go here. And I saw one who'd been, I think, savaged by the dogs who went through her entire upper leg. And she wouldn't let me catch her so I could bandage her or anything. She's still limping, but she's still here. She won't hardly let me see her. So I think she's another domestic cat that either got out, got lost, or someone just dumped off. They do that here. It's so awful to think that these animals, I can't be Betty White. I'd like to, but I just don't have the funds. And yet we're known. I'm known as the cat lady. It's happened. I think it's a thing. If you're over 60 and female, you're a cat lady. But we help as many as we can, but they do not see them again, so we never know. We pray they're okay, that someone took them in. There were 3 males out there, long-haired, beautiful cats, and suddenly they weren't there with us anymore. There was a little marmalade one I called Sammy because he'd gotten beat up. And I think the other cats didn't want him to have any of their food. And I put out personal things, and then I put out 3 or 4 just in case there are others. And now I do because they're kittens. So it looks like we may have. This one definitely is saying, I call her Miracle. And I'm so praying. So if y'all know how to get in touch with anybody that would help, or if y'all are interested in helping and giving a good home to a kitten, please hit the comments. Even you can private message me. I'm in Augusta, in Georgia. So if there's anyone in Augusta that sees this that could help them, please let me know. And I'm talking to several outside, and of course they stay away from humans. That's another thing I thought was odd, that it's a natural thing, I guess. It took me 3 days to take care of Miracle and get her not to cry or move or be frightened. And she learned that, and I was going to change bandages, and I was going to put ointment in, and then I was going to let her have, a bunch of moist food, which is what my little fast walker is. She face plants into the food, but she was a very young kitten when we got her. So she weaned herself quick though, because all the other cats are eating the moist food. She could smell it. So she face plants. She's better now. She has a few more teeth, not a lot. So yeah, it's been criminal around here, if you ask me. And my granddaughter, she's so cute. She's going to be 12. We all have birthdays in August. My granddaughter does. My husband and I do. It's also our anniversary. That's another story. And so she'll be 12. It's hard to believe she's 12 already. But she was so cute when she gave me a compliment. She was like, "Grandma, you are always, oh yes, so well groomed." And that was what I was shooting for. Well groomed. Anyway, I swore that since there wasn't much going on, it looks like the IDF is going to back off from Gaza. They lost 11 or 12 personnel, and that was horrifying. It really was. But the last I understood, Hamas has at least 4 battalions behind them in Gaza, northern Gaza. Now, I don't know if y'all look, but none of the Arabic countries would take the Palestinians. Now, isn't that weird? Because they're right freaking there. There's like a line that says, it's like our states. You go across, they say, "Welcome to Indiana. You are leaving Mississippi," whatever. It's, I don't know about this thing. So, yeah, I don't. I think they may have an Arabic sign that says, "Okay, you're screwed." Egypt won't take them. I mean, Iran, they'll throw missiles at the Israelis because they're hurting them. Palestinians are in there panicking and screaming. It's the idea of killing people. That was someone else killing people. The UN has been funding terrorism for decades. Look into it. It's Google. It's social Woodstock. You think that's just right? Come talk to me about it. I sure like to talk to you. Yeah, ones I want to talk to are these pro-Palestinian idiots that are up on my campus spreading books. I want to get them real bad. So bring it. Show me why you are so convinced that this is a thing that you should protest about in my country. Because I don't see any problem with sending your ass back over there. The ones that say, "Oh, that's great. Oh, you killed how many Jews with your bare hands?" Literally, they filmed it and taped it or whatever. I heard some of it, saw some more of what happened on that day. I don't want to anymore. It's beyond horrifying. I don't even have a strong enough adjective to say how horrible it was just to see what I have seen. And the Israelis know that they're not going to release it because it's that heinous. It's evil beyond description. And I thought I'd never see that again after the Nazis. My father fought in World War II. My adopted father fought in World War II. Navy man. So did his brothers. He lost two. Two of them survived. There were four. I love my Uncle Bobby. He still died young. Car accident. In any event, my dad was adamant that that would never happen again. Now, mind you guys, taxes were not put on wages until World War II because they needed the money, but they're going to stop it as soon as the war's over. And they haven't. They've just doubled down, made sure Congress had different laws. You can't even call them laws. They don't have any laws confining to them because, seriously, by now they should have been tried for treason and so forth and so on. They haven't been. I don't see how anybody can say that Biden was elected to his position because, really, I don't think the normal people who do maybe follow this stuff would say this 80-year-old guy, hell, he's had 40 odd years. He ain't fucking done shit. Yeah, let's put him in the presidency. Anybody see him when he was a VP? He did what? He fell where? Just think, damn, that's good. The only way I can drink cocoa. And my kids, well, my son and my daughter-in-law got me this one. Not a day over fabulous. I love this thing. It's a steel. And I keep it beside my bed at night with water and ice in it. And then the next day, sometime I'll get around to picking that up. And it still has ice. So I love it for my Coca-Colas. The champion Coca-Colas. I've been meaning to put this, I'm going to put it over here. We have Pixie who's using that, and she has that. And she'll knock it over. She will knock over everything. I do wish to apologize. My own appearance is terrible. And like I said, I pulled out everything. So there's piles of clothes and stuff. Well, it's all linen, but still. I have no idea I'm going to get this shit back in that closet. This is 2 days. I did this the day before because I took yesterday off. I don't know if other ladies have this problem, but if I take the day off and I get up the next day, I'm cussing before I've been out the door 5 minutes. What the hell are you people doing? And they will go anywhere they're told not to go. The cats will go there. If you tell them you can't do that, leave the room. They're going to go, really? Let's try that one. She's not here. Oh, damn. We have new glass. I don't know why I did it this way. I would have gone for glass. I like the little one. That's fine to put the Egyptian hardware in it. But to put the rest of my collection from all around, and most of it's Native American, it's got glass doors. The shelves are glass. The top is glass. So I didn't know that was what it was when he went to, and it's yellow wood. I don't like it at all. It doesn't go with anything. And it's broken. Glass at the top is broken. Finally, I just went ahead and took that out, put something over that because the cat will land up there and kill itself. I'm scared to put anything in it because my Tommy in particular likes to stay up there. Even Kit does as well. My black and white. So it'd be my black cat, my black and white cat. And they kind of do dueling areas. They'll go to the places they're told not to. There's more than one. You wouldn't think. The bar mirror is off limits. So the ones that we had boarding with us always stayed on the bar mirror. The bar is off limits. At least 2 or 3 will be on the bar. I let them stay in the seats because I clean the seats. You know, it's easy to do. Not a problem. Just not the bar and not the big mirror because it comes out of ways that they love laying up there. Fancy in particular is up there. He doesn't knock things over, though. He's really cool about that. But I had shot glasses and stuff up there, and one of my gifts, and they just threw shit everywhere. I lost a stocking cup that was at least 90 years old, so I was not happy. One of my gifts for Mother's Day got broken. I'm trying to find it again, see if I can replace it. She was all, oh, well, I'll replace it. She doesn't even answer a message now. But I kept her cats for 4 months. And this is, people don't realize. They don't, I guess they just don't give a shit. And if you tell them, I'm hoping you're coming to get them soon, and they have attitude, they're not your friends, and you did all that crap and all that work because 2 more cats, it makes a difference. I didn't think it did. But God, it did. In particular, because the one was not a domestic cat. He's a, I don't know, cross like a Bengal or something. So he kept getting bigger, and he would hiss and growl and jump back at you, and I'd slap the piss out of him. Bite me out. So it was time to go, you know, and I said that I was just tired. They had their own Pontiac. They used everybody else's, and like I said, the braking thing for the one for Furball, handbrake stuff. Snowball would, if I left the trash out, I'm going to run over here and get the trash out of the bathroom, come back. She's eating through the bag. I was feeding her 3 times the amount that her family was feeding her before. She just, I guess used to doing it because she was hungry. They give her dry food once a day. It's not enough right now, especially once grown. Well, I mean, would you like to eat once a day the same damn thing every day of your life? Hell no. Yeah, of course they're going to make you smell food. Mine, I think, is cute. And we like to see what they'll do when we give them a bite. Especially Fast Walker because she's so little. And she has trouble with figuring out how to get it. She likes ham and cheese. I make hoagies. So she's always sitting there on my lap, looking at me, give me a bite, give me a bite. So I take a piece of this guy ham and cheese and the bread, give it to her. And I usually have a board out for her thing. So I can put it on there, whatever. It's not messing anything up. Because she will push it around. So yeah, I'm a cat person, no doubt. Like I said, the only thing I heard of that has been the Fannie Willis thing going on. 2 judges that should have not just been recused, they should be stripped of their license to practice law anywhere ever. But yeah, and we're allowing them to still spread hatred directed at Jewish people, Zionists, they're calling them. And now it's a dirty word. And the way they're using it on college campuses, I agree. It's a dirty damn word. I'd be slapping the piss out of some students. I might start with the faculty first because that's my thing. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? They're out there protesting, getting arrested. Thank you. I appreciate this one. I don't get it much. I'm sorry if I smoke y'all out. I usually just smoke outside, but I got to where I don't have it unless I'm up here. Uh, I'm just too busy. When I finally collapse, I'm not like, fuck dinner. Excuse me. Social Woodstock. I don't know how fast the word on this is going to travel. At this rate, I'm thinking of doing it bare naked with flour painted on my face. Oh, that'd be funny. Yeah, that'd be funny. Especially at my age. I'll never do it, but it was still funny to think of. I wanted this place to be one of those where you could say anything. You could take whatever was said to you. Um, it's basically a debate, but in the 21st century, where it's live and millions can see it, and it's actually social Woodstock. Do you agree with the stuff that's going on? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Why do you disagree? Why do you agree? So yeah, I want those. It's hard to get people on to get a guest. I'm ready, and I could have a guest right now. I just have the cat. It's, at least she's sticking around. So yeah, I don't. And the one person I was going to put on that just is, he's wonderful to talk to. He's younger than me, but he's Army vet too. And it turns out he trained at Fort Jackson too. Turns out all of us trained at Fort Jackson, even me. First female company. We were wax when we enlisted. When we landed, we were regular Army. You don't know. There's a story. You grow up real freaking fast, I'll tell you what. Real fast. Yep. And you're determined they're not going to kick you out. I was damn determined. I didn't care who. I was shunning myself. Mm. Well, that's good. If you're watching this, ice cold Coca Cola, which I used this morning to take a shot by stiffness. And I need them as much work as I'm doing today. The little kitten knocked the bowl of water off on the bed. I had again put it on the serving tray. It was she could stand on. Neither one of the kittens can stand on it and it would make a mess. And at nighttime, I put water there for the little one because it's hard for her to get around. Well, she does it, but I don't want her to. She's very severely injured. So she just walked right across the bowl. All over it before I could grab it. So you're changing the linen at 11 o'clock. I was already yawning. It was like, that wakes you up, throwing stuff in. Oh, remake the bed. Oh, okay, I'll remake it now. Don't worry about the cover sheet. So I got to remake the bed. Sometimes I cannot catch a break. Like I said, the entire area here is filled with linen that I don't need. If it's going to be in a closet, it's time to let it go. I am wanting to go to Goodwill anyway because I'm wanting to re-outfit some of the areas in the RV. He's got this big RV. You could live in this RV. The side pops out. You drive it. It's like a Wonder Lodge, like a big bus or whatever, and it's so gorgeous inside. He's got new marble areas put in. The shower and all that's new. But the furniture is still used. It's in there. And I don't care for it very much. I like the color scheme, so I'm like ditching those. Anybody wants them, I'll let them know. My bub line. I mean, they're not in bad shape. It's just I don't want them. Sometimes I do not mind if something's gently used. But these have been well used, and the color's nice and all that. But I'm looking like I saw a couch with just blue velvet. It was on YouTube, and they were doing an interview with what's her? I can't think of her name now. In any event, she's on the blue couch, and it's a big blue velvet couch. And I was like, "That's the couch. It'd be perfect in there." And we want to put different bedding in, but it's a little at a time. It's got the TV in there, and it's mounted, and all that stuff. I forget what else he has to do. He's been building a new door. They just battered in the door to get inside when it was on the lot. I mean, they just destroyed the door. So he's having to rebuild the door. So he's got projects at home that just here and there and everywhere. Oh, this is why I said I'll paint the damn door. With the paint. I waited for a year and a half. Do that fucking paint. Excuse me. It's for entertainment purposes. You're going to get what I can give. I'll tell you what. I get a shield out. Yes, I might just blow something at you. You might want to block. Yeah, okay. The old lady's at it again. So, shout out to all my friends and family that are, of course, sponsors here. They subscribe. Hit the like, guys. Hit something in the comments. Will you? It's been a slow week. Is this still Monday? It's still Monday. Oh yeah, I keep missing Friday. I'm working right through. I'm having one of those fits today. So if anybody wants to jump up here, well, we still have a chance. And like I said, I don't think they're going to let us keep this for, I mean, not free. It's going to be available. You got quite a few podcasters that have 2, 3, or more million viewers. No, if you really want to help me out, hit the subscribe button. I do not have 100,000. I'm trying to hit a goal here, folks. I'm trying to show them that the generation whose children are now in Congress. Because my son's 45 in just a few months. 45. That's my kids' generation is running the show. But they're not because they got the even older than I am that are up there making the laws and tearing down the laws that are already in place. And they're not supposed to be able to do that. We call it the Bill of Rights and the Constitution. Well, they burnt that shit. They threw it out. With Nancy Pelosi, stop, she put some more clothes from Africa on. Apparently, those are the ones we remember. I didn't even know how to term them. They're Americans to me, but there's a term. You get Black History Month, and that's nice if people don't know it, but it's kind of redundant and totally racist in your face. Black History Month. Well, there's not a Native American month. There's not an Irish American month. So, yeah. How long is this racism being spouted by your local television networks? You don't see that it's racist? You don't get it much, do you? Yes, I'm being like A1 bitch today. I was looking at my time. My husband will probably barrel through the door in a few minutes, so I need to get off. I hate you. I kind of where I like this. I don't know if it's the excuse to get a stiffener. I talk to people. You have to forgive me. I am a mess today. So, running out to the store and all of that. So I'm just, I do have some makeup on. Most of it came off. So you're like getting the real me today. I'm sorry. May not be a good thing. So, and on that note, I'm going to probably go ahead, like I said, and wrap because I know my husband's on his way back. It's like, but when I get off, I know. When I get off, I have things to do. I have so much to do that I have a headache. Just thinking about it. Those are very good shots. So I can't figure out what's in it. But the fruit's nice. I'm one of those that likes fruity things, fruity drinks. Can't taste the alcohol. I drink more of them. May not be a good thing. It's not like I want to be total or anything. But at least like once or twice a month, I don't mind having a few drinks in the bar. And my husband, he makes great margaritas and stuff, so he gets to be bartender, of course. It was his idea. He wanted a bar, and he was shocked at the bar he got. But it is gorgeous. It's beautiful. It's a Remington, for those who want to know. It's a Remington. It's a four-seated bar. Captain's chair on the other side. We have a small refrigerator that we put in the same kind of cul-de-sac area. He bought an ice machine for it. We have another little I guess you call it covered because it opens and I've got some things in there, and it's got the other piece that comes across, and so it's just underneath the size of the bar. So that's where the ice maker and stuff sits. And there's a sink in the bar. Also, there's this a faucet and everything. So that's already and marble, so you can cut your things and stuff. You can wash your glasses. No, it's a great bar. It really is. Um, I mean, it's definitely you can definitely entertain with a bar like this. We don't entertain that much. Not anymore. We used to entertain a lot. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to let you go. I was trying to think there was something else I wanted to talk about, but I can't remember what it was now. So I'll be kind and off the hook today. Tough for long, probably. I don't know what's in that shot. Like I said, I couldn't tell you what it was. Or I go, oh, it's this or that. Nothing. I couldn't tell. Could be because I drank so much yesterday. It's June. We do a lot. Actually, I get to have turn drinks in May, get drinks in June, drinks on the 4th of July. Then August is here, and we both have a birthday and our anniversary in August. And so there's all kinds of reasons to go get gifts and get drunk. So I never get that far. I get really happy though. Look I'm still in Georgia. Give me a break. I don't care what age I am. I'm still in freaking Georgia. Again, look up Fannie Willis and watch some of these clips. I mean, you can't make that shit up. Uh, Man, it must be nice to steal money. Is she out? You steal a biscuit at Walmart, you going to jail for a decade. This brought down a stone. Nothing. Same with the Chicago mayor. It turns out the one that they're trying to get, I freaked dead out because she was with Thornton Township, and that's where I went to school and everything, and my house, the family's home, and all that. So she's right there in my neighborhood. And that's where she was elected from, Thornton Township. And I was like, oh, wow. Because this was a brand new high school when I was young, in the 70s, early 70s. They put up a brand new one. Ours was, it was great. I mean, it had doors that would lock. And when there was riots, believe me, there were riots. They would shut the doors and funnel in tear gas. Your ass shut the hell up. You want out? Okay. People think I'm kidding. I'm not. We used to have the duck and cover for nuclear attacks. And so underneath all the schools, and my school is like 8 miles or so long. I mean, it's like a college campus. And underneath the main buildings was the nuclear tunnels. And I can't even hardly say tunnel. They're better than the tunnel, than the rail in London. I mean, it's cool. Uh, and we used to get, because we've got a lot of winter weather we get from school. We were in the swim class. So the swimming building, where the pools are like a mile away, and of course separate building. So a lot of them would smoke, so they would have to walk outside. And their hair would freeze. I know 'cause a couple of times I did it. It's faster. You could cut jigs, like a crow flies. Wasn't the same as going through the tunnel, but the tunnel was cool. You didn't have to have a coat, nothing. And it was like the size of a single highway. I mean, it was huge. You could definitely drive a car through there. At the height level, it might be a little low, but I mean, they were nice. Of course, the duck and cover is funny nowadays. And there was in the tornado drills. I mean, it's like Cat Williams said, I don't know how y'all do this tornado thing. And I'm looking at, I get up, I had a house here, God. You couldn't wake a brother up. He said, I'll be driving up, and I know I left the house there. Where'd the house go? I love Cat Williams. He's so funny. I didn't tell him as well as he did. You should look that one up. I think it's part of one of his uh, Netflix series. But he's funny as hell. He always has been. I wondered where he went. I'm glad to see him back. Well, I done said bye 100 times, so I'm actually going to follow through on that action. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Remember, share, hit the bell. Come on, guys, do something for me. I need you. Love you guys. Come up here and see Social Woodstock. Argue with me. Come on. I'm just dying to see somebody argue with me. I love a good argument. In the meantime, toodles, guys.